Hi, Linda. Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm good. All good.
Oh, it's so nice to get to talk with you and meet you in person. It's been wonderful building a relationship with you and having a reading done with Joey, my dog. It was just incredible, and I can't wait for you to share with the viewers, what how that transpired and share some of the other stories that you've had with other people. But I just want to tell you how great I think your book is too. When I read your book, I was so drawn in with those animals, and it was amazing because, I mean, you read stories, sometimes about with different characters and things, but these are real experiences that you had, right?
Yes.
With connecting with the animals and reading them, and by sharing that, it's like, wow, I felt like I was connecting with these animals on a really deep level, even though I didn't do the reading, but it was like you opened up this portal to really help people go deeper with animals. So, so how did this start for you? Like, what made you get into this work?
Well, it's a sort of a long and short story. I had a near-death experience, which was wonderful. Oh
Hmm.
my God. I would recommend it highly to anyone who could manage to get one and come back. Um, so I was given these things, these gifts, um, uh, in exchange, I guess, for a difficult physical thing. So it was a near death experience. And the gifts also turn into something else. It turns into mediumship, and then it turns into seeing people at a distance, and then it turns into communicating with people who have no speech, people with Alzheimer's, and even embryos. So it's been a fabulous experience for me.
That is so beautiful. It's almost like your gift when you came back from your death experience. To me, it sounds like you were giving a voice to those who don't have a voice.
Yes, I always feel like I'm speaking for the animals.
Yeah, and
That
you are totally. And
yeah.
and it's just amazing. The reading you did for me, for my dog Joey, was amazing because you didn't know anything about him except, that you had a picture of him. That's all you had. And yet everything you said was fully accurate, fully confirmed, and I just would love it if you would share like the questions and answers that we did together with the viewers.
Oh, I would love to do that. This is only part of the reading that I did with Joey. One of the questions is, what do you think about when we leave you at home alone? Do you feel abandoned when we have to go someplace? And I think a lot of people have that question, and a lot of pet owners are very nervous to leave the pets. And this is what your brilliant dog said. He said, um, it's okay. I don't have much energy on those days. I'm not sad. It's different. I love to hang out with all of you. I like to see what goes on in the house. These are Joey's own words. He doesn't give me words, but he gives me like a video, and I have to put that into words. He said I could get extra snacks on those days, but he said I know I can't eat too many snacks, which is very funny. He said I sleep in the sun on the rug. I love the warm sun. I watch for birds outside. I also guard the house. And he said I can be tough, which is to me completely adorable. Another question, I think this is one of the most brilliant answers I have ever gotten from any animal. Kendra sometimes does not feel well and is quite sick. And she asked why you don't, Joey, you don't leave her side and you try and lie on top of me. And are you afraid that I'm going to die? Oops. And okay. And he said, I want to keep you from dying. I don't like it. I don't think you should be left alone. I want you to look at the trees. I love to watch them. I feel like I could help you. I could give you my energy. Oh, uh,
Hmm.
it makes your heart bubble with joy to hear a thing like that. And
Yeah,
people just don't know that the animals are so deep. Nobody told Joey that you're sick.
right. I know he really sensed it, and I was very sick and practically had my own kind of near-death experience, or at least a wake-up kind of experience, out-of-body type stuff. And he was totally sensing it. And I mean, he follows me around everywhere anyway, and he kind of claims me as, the one that he wants to always be around. But what I didn't know was, why does he do that? And what is it that, what is he really feeling? Is he scared? And it gave me a lot of peace when you told me that he really wants to be the protector. And it really gave me a lot of peace to know that, he knows what's going on, but yet I found strength in that, just knowing that my dog was on my side to that degree, that
Yeah.
maybe it was somehow making me better, just more than just his presence, but just something about his inner knowing was really powerful.
That's something.
Yeah.
If you don't talk to, not you, but one doesn't talk to an animal communicator, you miss those really deep rivers that the animals have, the really deep knowing and loving that they do. They're
Absolutely. Yeah, and it was just so cute when you said like that he told you that he gets extra treats when we leave him alone. And I didn't even realize that, but I think that's so true that there's a little bit of guilt associated with coming home. And it's funny because as soon as we get in the door, my husband goes to the pantry and gets him a treat. So
and yet he knows he shouldn't eat too much. He's all
yeah,
guilty. Feels
yeah.
guilty.
Well, he does. He just can't help himself. He loves food. I guess they all do, but he really loves food.
Oh, that's sweet. And you said he's a bird dog.
Yes, yeah, and I know you didn't know that about him either, but
Uh,
you mentioned that that he told you that he loves to watch the trees, and he does. He's always looking for birds in the trees or in the shrubs and trying to chase them around, and it's what he lives for. So
yeah.
uh, it was like you were really in his soul, just helping to give him that voice, of how he feels and what he appreciates and loves. And here he comes. He's right here. Here's us talking about
Hi,
it.
Joey. Hi, Joey.
Hey.
Aw,
Yeah.
sweet.
Here, come here and show your face. Come here. He's a big dog. Well, I mean, not a lap dog. In other
Right.
words, come here, Joey. It's hard to get him up here.
Oh,
Hey,
there's a little head.
here you are.
Oh,
There
sweet. He's giving you kisses.
he is. The one we did
Oh,
baby on. Yes.
all that soft fur needs to be patted.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
See? Look at the
Yeah.
camera.
He's too
Well, I'm
busy.
so grateful for you, Linda. Do you want to share like another recent story of somebody else's dog or cat you read for?
Oh, I have so many. I was just at a mutt show yesterday, and a woman stopped me and told me this unbelievable story about she lost her father's ring in an acre of property outside, and she was crying, and she had everyone from her family outside looking for the ring. Nobody could find it. The dog was outside. The dog was barking, bark, bark, and was like annoying them
Mm-hmm.
and wouldn't stop barking. So she went over to find out what is going on. The dog had his paw right next to the ring. The
Oh,
dog found
wow.
the
He
ring.
found it for her.
He found it.
Wow.
But
That's amazing.
you don't tell your dog that you lost a ring. How would a dog know that that's what's going on in your
That's
family? And
neat.
how do they find it?
Wow. That is so cool.
It's so
Animals are just so amazing. I
they
mean, they're tapping in to some other reality. Have you heard of Dr. Sheldrake, Rupert Sheldrake? He was a scientist, or he is a scientist, he's still living, from the UK, I believe. And he did studies on animal telepathy.
Oh,
And
no.
it was so fascinating. So he took video cameras in people's homes, and he would observe what the animals would do as people were, coming home from work or coming home after they'd been gone a while. And so their routines were all changed around. It wasn't like the dogs were programmed to expect them at a certain time. They would be coming from a vacation or just some random appointment or something. But the dogs and parrots and cats, all the animals behaved differently as though they knew the owners were coming home.
Yes.
And it would happen like as soon as somebody had the intention in their heart of thinking, oh, I need to come home now, or I'm about to come home, the animal picked up on it. They would sit by the door, the window. The parrots were acting differently, and the cats, all of them. So
amazing.
It was amazing. Here's something else that I think is even more amazing. So parrots know how to talk, or they can be taught to talk, especially the gray, what kind are they called? The African grays.
Yes.
They seem to learn the most words.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one African gray knew about 200 different words. And what Dr. Sheldrake did was he had the owner go into the basement away from the bird, and he would show images to the owner downstairs in the basement, different things that were in reflection of the words that the parrot knew. So maybe he knew the word cookie, they'd show a cookie, or bye-bye, or whatever he was using. The woman downstairs would think about it, the word, and the parrot was repeating it upstairs based on what her mind was thinking. So he was proving the telepathy was existing through the language. And it was spot on. It was amazing, the results. So animals are telepathic. You're obviously telepathic to be able to communicate with them and get that information,
Yeah. They talk to each other like crazy all the time.
Yeah, I bet you've seen that, because you've done readings on people with multiple pets, right? And have you had experiences where you've had done readings where the animals were talking to each other and giving information?
Absolutely. It's truly amazing. What about there's an animal that I saw yesterday also, who was a blind dog. He had little goggles on because the sun bothered his eyes. And he was a rescue dog, and the woman wore him in a pouch on her chest. She had seizures, and this dog somehow trained himself to alert her to her seizures. He would scratch on her like that.
That's amazing.
And she said, I said, what did that do for you? She said, it gives you a chance to sit down. She said that the scary part of a seizure is that you could fall over, you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And this helped her to have the alert to sit down.
Wow.
I mean, each of these stories is so amazing.
Wow. I mean, that is amazing, because this is an intuitive, natural part of the dog. He wasn't trained to do this. He just loves his owner so much.
That's right.
And he knows how to protect her and look out for her.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda, wow.
I thank you so much for talking with me about this, and thank you to this beautiful Joey.
Yeah. Hey, how can people learn more about your work or get a reading from you themselves? How can they reach you?
Well, they could reach me on my email, which is Lulu, Lulu, herself, HERSELF. So it's Lulu herself at gmail.com. And I love talking with the animals. Anybody who wants me to connect with them, I am so delighted to do it.
Great. And do you have a website that you just launched to consult with your animals, or you want to?
Yes, that would be great. Consultwithyouranimals.com.
Excellent. Yeah, we're just rolling this website out now. So yeah, that if it's not live at the moment, if we're still working on it, then but go back to consultwithyouranimals.com. That's her website, where you can learn more about the animals. Also, your book. You just released a book this year, or was it last year?
It's a few months ago. I wish I had a copy right here, and I don't.
But it's called, what's the title of it? Look Who's Talking?
Look Who's Talking, A Journey into Animal Communications.
So, and can people find you on Amazon?
On Amazon or on my site.
Yeah, I would highly recommend Linda's book, Look Who's Talking, by Linda Clayton, and it's LindaClayton, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So look it up, because that's how I found you too. Yeah, your book's amazing, and I just would recommend anybody to check that out. It's available on Amazon or through your website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kendra.
Well,
It's a
thank
pleasure to talk
Linda.
to you and to you, beautiful Joey. You take care of yourself.
Oh, thank you again. Thank you for the reading. It really helped me a lot, and appreciate you very much in the work you're doing.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.